It just went right out of my head. I am screwing this up. That's your idle adjuster. Hello, YouTube. Okay, hello, YouTube. This is the actual first motor vlog, not a voiceover. I'm on my 650 and I have my digital recorder and I'm motor vlogging. Kind of a nice day, a little bit cold. It's supposed to be what? High, mid 60s, babe? I think that's what it is. And riding with me, I have Papa Bear on my R3. And we're just out having a nice little cruise. Anyway, yeah, there's Papa Bear. Papa Bear on my R3. And then we're going to say bye-bye, Papa Bear. Anyway, this is my actual first motor vlog. Honestly, guys, I wouldn't expect the weekly motor vlog at all from me. It's not something I'm going to do constantly. Don't really have a lot to say. Kind of boring. Random, boring. You know, I'm not going to do wheelies. I'm not going to be a hooligan. So, once in a while, I'll pop something in on the bike. But, you know, it's not going to be a weekly vlog. So, I was trying to figure out what I could talk about today. And I figured I might as well get it all out of the way, because every motor vlogger does it, why I ride. So I figured it would be easy to, you know, get it out of the way here. So why do I ride? Well, first of all, I got my license in my early 40-ish. I'm still in my 40-ish. But let's go back. Growing up, I always had an affinity for bikes. My brother had a mini bike that I stole. He had a motorcycle that I stole, and I rode around, and, you know, I always had a vision for that, and, you know, cars. And then I met my husband, Papa Bear, and he had a motorcycle, and I would ride on the back with him, which I am not a good rider. On the back, Actually, there's a curve we're coming up to in a little bit here. Well, actually, we're not going to see the curve because I'm turning. But I actually, when I first rode with my husband, stood the bike up in the curve. He wasn't happy about that. But anyway, so I'm not a good rider on the back of a bike. It's a control thing for me. But I did ride with him, and then we ended up having a couple of kids. And with my mom being gone and my dad's health not good and his parents, you know, were older, you know, the thought of both of us getting wiped out when the kids were little wasn't, you know, a good thing. We didn't have anybody really to take care of our kids. So I was thinking years ago, we had thought about me getting my own bike since I didn't do good with him on the back. But again, due to the kids, that went across the wayside. So why years later? Well, it wasn't because the kids were grown and they had their own lives. It's actually kind of a weird story, something that most people will find strange. Back in July '05, we had a horrific car accident on a highway. We were going down the highway. All the cars were in the left-hand lane. We were in the right-hand lane. We had a 98 Camaro, and we're just cruising along. And nobody in front of us. There was a tractor and trailer to the left of us. And out of nowhere, bearing down on us comes this other tractor and trailer. And he hit us. He hit us from behind. He was doing about 95 miles an hour. And he hit us in the rear. We immediately went to his, 360'd in front of the tractor and trailer to the left of us. Hit the guardrail head on, bounced off. My side hit the guardrail. My head hit the windshield. My head knocked the side window out. Pretty bad. As you can see here in the pictures, this is the car after the accident. You know, it was pretty horrific. I was cut out of the car by the jaws of life, And as you can see here in the pictures, and this is my son staring at it, and that one always kind of gets me because you could see the kind of look on his face. But anyway, walked home, walked out of the hospital that night and walked home. I had a broken cheekbone. My gums were ripped away from my teeth. You could poke me up through my mouth into my eyeball. A lot of bruising and everything else. So after that accident, what ended up happening was I started to get anxiety, and it started to get really bad. I didn't want to drive in a car. It got to the point where just going to the mailbox created such anxiety for me that it was really stealing my life away. It was just, I was going to just hold up in that house and be there forever. And my husband in 2013 decided to buy his Harley. He had been off a bike for about maybe 6-7 years, and he decided he wanted a Harley, so he bought his bike, and I rode on it, but scared to death. I mean, more scared than I've ever been. And what ended up happening was a couple years later, he decided that, maybe I should get a bike. And I was excited about me. The inner part of me was like, yeah, I love it. I've always wanted to ride a motorcycle. But the anxiety just gripped me. It was the fear. And I didn't know what it was a good idea or a bad idea. And I went for it. I went and I did the MFS course. Stayed in the neighborhood for what, babe? Like about almost 2 years? Just riding around in the neighborhood, and I slowly got out of the neighborhood and slowly onto more main roads. Wouldn't go far. Just the panic would grab me, the fear. And my husband had a feeling as I started to move away from the neighborhood that I wasn't going to be able to wind my R3 up, and I wasn't really doing it. So last year he ended up buying me the Ninja 650, and it was really nice, and I love this bike. I actually, more or less picked this bike out. And, I just, the anxiety got less and less. We went further and further, and, last year I took my, 100-mile ride, babe? Down to the bay, and it was something I was going to accomplish, and I did. And I was so proud of myself that I did do that. And let me make a turn here, and there we go. And the anxiety to this point is almost gone. I have very little anxiety, if anything, and it all ended up being because of riding a motorcycle, which sounds so strange because you think, a motorcycle is a dangerous thing, and I had this anxiety and fear. I wouldn't even drive a car. I didn't like being in a car at grocery shopping, you name it. And, here I am on a motorcycle, something that, can kill me a lot easier than a car. But I think it was the challenge. I totally love a challenge. That is totally me. You give me a challenge and I'll do it, but it went beyond that. It went beyond that. I love this. I love the feel of the bike. I love riding with my husband, as I know he loves riding with me. But it's, I guess whatever it takes to make you get out of whatever fear you have, and the motorcycle was for me, and I'm glad he did. And I have to give props to my husband because he has the patience of a saint with me. And I know there's times where he was extremely frustrated with me on not going out of the neighborhood and not riding this way or that way and not progressing. And I gotta give it to him. He has been throughout this process with me, a saint with his patience and everything, and I really appreciate it, and he stuck with me, and here I am. We're riding, we're having fun. Yeah, I still don't go real far, but I'm going further and further. But the anxiety part is not gripping me anymore. It's not holding me back from anything in my life, and I'm happy my husband pushed me for this. I really am, because if he hadn't pushed me to do this, then I would be sitting at home like a hermit and afraid to go out, afraid to live, afraid to to do anything, and now here I am, you know, riding the motorcycle, living my life. And, you know, it's all due to my husband. And I appreciate that, baby. So this is why I ride. I ride for my life, because it gave me back. It gave me back. There's my Bible. It gave me back my life. And that's what motorcycling did, and this is why I ride. You know, it gave me back my life. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about and let you know. And, you know, this is... Yeah, gotcha. Well, anyway, I mean, it's tough. When you have anxiety, and a lot of people don't really understand it, it really can grip the hell out of your life, and really, it steals it. It totally, utterly steals your life from you. And I know a lot of people that are in the armed forces or first responders, you know what I'm talking about. It's, you know, whether it's PTSD or just anxiety from what they've seen and stress, they understand. And, you know, a lot of veterans ride motorcycles. You know, a lot of first responders ride motorcycles, and they do it because it's comforting. It's that freedom. It's they don't have time to think about anything else. You know, when you're on your bike, you're constantly watching. You know, your brain doesn't have a moment to go off the rails and think of off the wall stupid crap that, you know, it does. And it's really comforting. And a lot of veterans, this is what they do. I mean, they see more shit than, I'm talking about it. I got my anxiety from a car accident. You know, those guys, they get their PTSD and their anxiety and stress from, you know, a hell of a lot more. But, you know, what I'm saying is, if you have it, you know, this is something that can take your mind away from wandering and allows you to live again. And oh, thank you for the turn. But, you know, it's great. This is, like I said, it's why they ride. This is why, you know, I ride. It's so comforting. Look at the scenery. Here I am. It's a country back road. It's beautiful. You know, in the summertime, there's, you know, it's green. It's nice. You know, there's a little bit of traffic on this road, but, you know, it's just the enjoyment, the freedom, let your body and mind just relax for 5 minutes, you know, and not think of what could happen and, oh my God, no, it's really great, you know. And this is, again, why I ride. You know, this totally saved my life, and I know it saves a lot of the soldiers, the veterans, and, you know, my son rides. You know, I don't talk about it much, but my son rides. Yes, he's in the military, but he rides. You know, he's been over there, and he rides all the time, you know, and it's comforting for him, and I get it, and I understand it, you know. There's ones out there that ride just because they love it. My husband's one of them. You know, he's been riding since he's been a kid, and, you know, he just loves the freedom of it and everything. He's, you know, he didn't ride because of anxiety or anything. He just rode because he totally loves riding. And then there's the others. But whatever your reason for riding, you know, as long as you get out there, have fun, be safe, do it right, no matter what age you get your license, whether you're young or older or middle-aged. You know, do it the right way. Take them at MSF course. You know, get the right bike for you, and, you know, learn the proper things. You know, because in the end, all of us just want to have a nice ride and ride home. You know, that's what we want. You know, yeah, cars don't always see us. And yeah, you get your ignorant ones that have issues. But learn how to ride. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to continue my ride here today with hubby and enjoy this day, because we're going to get 2 days of rain, and, you know, hopefully afterwards it'll start warming up a lot warmer, and we can get out on the bike more and have fun. And we have a lot of hobbies and a lot of things, so not much time for a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my ride. Hope you guys are having a good day, and if you're riding today or any day, remember, ride safe. And it's not about the destination, guys, it's about the ride. See you guys next time.